We are really making progress on the journey through this LP collection. If you're still watching, thanks for watching. It's fun to share, and I appreciate the positive comments. It's not your kind of music, I get it, but it's just kind of fun to share the musical history that has brought me to this point at 57 in my life. Debut or solo album by Adam Ant after he left Adam and the Ants, or I guess after Adam and the Ants broke up. The album Strip, the title album, the title song Strip. I think Puss in Boots was, I don't remember what songs were real popular off of here, but I enjoyed this album. It's just kind of Adam Ant having fun, I think. So not that he ever was that serious, but it's a fun pop album. ELO Time. Never liked this album cover, but I love this album. Kind of a concept album about the future, and I think especially a future with the human race living in a different place, on a different planet, and a human race grappling with technology and computers and artificial intelligence. I love this album. Time. Let's see what else. Ticket to the Moon, great song. The Way Life's Meant to Be, great song. Rain is Falling. Ooh, From the End of the World, The Lights Go Down, Here is the News. Love this album. Hold On Tight is on here. Not my favorite ELO song, but it's a popular one. I love the layers and the orchestration on an ELO album. Some of you will be happy to see this. Big hits, High Tide and Green Grass by the Rolling Stones. And I think I might have gotten this at a thrift store. It's a really cool package, and a good classic Rolling Stones album. So fun to see that in here, sandwiched in between ELO albums. The next ELO album, Discovery. The critics made fun of this album when it came out, that if you break up the title, it says Disco Very, and that this was ELO's foray into dance or disco. That's fair, I guess. It's got a little more of a dance vibe, but some great songs on here. Wishing is one of my favorite ELO songs, but Shine a Little Love, Confusion. I think there's some great songs on that album, so it might have been dissed when it came out unfairly, in my humble opinion. This is one of the greatest albums ever made, I know. The Beatles, Rubber Soul. This is definitely considered, I'm sure in any list of top 100 albums of all time, this would be in the top 3, I think, or maybe always at the top. But great Beatles albums. Great Beatles songs on here. Norwegian Wood, great song. Michelle, that's one of my sister's favorite Beatles songs, but proud to have that here. It's funny what lives next to each other. Culture Club, Waking Up with the House on Fire. Again, I've admitted they're kind of a guilty pleasure back in the 80s. Some rebelliousness just in terms of the visuals of Boy George, seeing how outrageous he can get. But I have to admit, I always thought he had a nice voice. I don't know if he still has much of a voice, but that song War, I think that's a great tune. Mannequin is a great tune on here. But The Dive, another nice song. It actually might be some of their better music on that album, but it was late in the game, and I think tensions in that band were pretty epic at that point. I don't think they lasted much longer, but they made some great pop music, so happy to have it. Alphaville, Forever Young. My brother Steve brought this home, I think, from the Art Institute again, and the Big in Japan is a great song. It's I think it was one of their hits on MTV, but never listened to a lot of the rest of this album, but a nice 80s sonic time capsule. This is probably one of the most obscure albums I have I don't think you can get it in the United States. I got this on a trip abroad. Scritti Politti, Songs to Remember. Asylums in Jerusalem was, I think that's the only song. Oh, and Jacques Derrida. Those are about the only songs I remember from this album. I think it's early Scritti Politti. I love Cupid and Psyche 85 and Provision, but this is a more obscure Scritti Politti album, Songs to Remember. You know, I gotta say, I had Madonna Like a Virgin. This is kind of like that Lionel Richie album. If you were alive in the early 80s, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing this, and it was hard to resist, I must say, buying into it. And good songs on there. I give her credit for, in the pop world, she wrote some great songs. So this was really her coming into her own. Material Girl and Like a Virgin. This is, oh, Dress You Up. I always thought that was a cool song. So Madonna, that's definitely her sophomore album and really rising to new levels of popularity. Finally, Bronski Beat, Truth Dare, Double Dare. Hit That Perfect Beat, fun song. We Know How It Feels, that's a nice tune. Fun songs on Bronski Beat, Truth Dare, Double Dare. We're getting there. I think I just have several more stacks of 10 remaining. And then I'm going to conclude with some of my favorite album covers. I have them in frames, and that'll kind of be the grand finale. So stay tuned.